5 questions for BBC, CNN, New York Post, The Wall Street Journal, and Washington Post. Question number 1, you made a whole video about that Afghan girl and how she is receiving death threats because they were given by a Muslim group. Although it's a different matter that if she is Muslim, she has to follow Islam. But you have not yet made any report on any Palestinian woman, specifically mentioning a woman who went to get food for her children. And when she returned, her young children fell victim to Israeli terrorism. Why don't you report on this and many other stories of Palestinian? Is it because such reports might affect your funding? Question number 2, if Hamas fights for its freedom and attacks Israelis, why is it reported as terrorism? And if Israel targets civilians, including children and women, why is it reported as a strike? Why don't you report it as a terrorism? Whom you are afraid of? Question number 3, why wasn't there a detailed report on the Palestinian who was burned alive? What was his name? What was his age? Why isn't Israel labeled as a terrorist in that case? Why you didn't report it and called it Israel's savagery? If this act had been carried out by Hezbollah, would it have been similarly ignored, or would it have been publicized everywhere? Question number 4, are you with America and Israel, or with justice as journalism demands? If you are with America and does not care about humanity and justice, then why do you care so much about the human rights of other countries? If you think that you represent the true journalism, which you don't, then why don't you criticize the American government when it provides bombs to Israel, which has resulted in over 40,000 civilian deaths, including children and women? If you are trying to balance both, then you are surely a pure example of hypocrisy, which you are. Question number 5, what is your definition of terrorism? If killing innocent children is terrorism, then both America and Israel are committing it. Why don't you label them the terrorist nations? If committing brutal killings and filming them is terrorism, then both America and Israel are doing it. And afterward, even they make remarks that Palestinians are not even human. Why aren't they considered terrorists? Who decides who is a terrorist and who isn't? What is the definition? And who issues the certificate?